Hello, and today we are back with Cochrane Community Conversations. And today I am talking to
Shannon.
Shannon. And what's your business, Shannon?
My business is Shannon Designs, Embroidery and Promotions.
Embroidery and Promotions. What does that mean, Shannon?
So basically, I can decorate, I can embroider most things. So anything from clothing, headwear, bags, horse blankets. Yeah, anything basically that I can hoop that we can put on my embroidery sheet.
Oh, wow. And how long have you been doing this?
21 years in July.
Oh my goodness. And 21 years in Cochrane or no?
Yes, I've been in Cochrane the whole time. So 21 years here in Cochrane, and yeah.
Wow. Because you're not from Cochrane, correct?
No, I'm not from Cochrane. Originally, I'm from a small town in Ontario called Elmont, just about 45 minutes outside of Ottawa in the Ottawa Valley.
Okay. And so what brought you here?
What brought me here was my husband and I had been married for almost 2 years, and he got a job out here to run an irrigation division because he had an irrigation company in Ottawa, and he came out for a landscape company. It was his aunt and uncle, and that's what brought us out here. Greg is originally from the West. His dad was in the RCMP, so he did all over BC, and his dad's last posting, they moved to Ottawa to be closer to family, to grandparents that were aging. So that's how Greg and I met.
Wow. And so did you start in this location here in Cochrane?
Originally I started at home. So my daughter was about probably 8 years old. And I started in my basement at home.
Wow. And so did you have design background or what? How did that happen?
No design background at all. I'd gone to school to be a child and youth care worker, but I've always been creative, always loved to craft, to make things, truly my happy place. And when I was home looking after my daughter, of course I had more time and I was able to do more of that. I taught scrapbooking at a scrapbook store in Crowfoot. Found out I was spending more of my pay than I was bringing home, and sewing. My grandma taught me how to sew, so that kind of started that journey. And one day in my wanders, I came across a shop that had a sewing and embroidery machine, and that was it. I was hooked. So
right?
Yeah,
it's like it just kind of spoke to you. It's like, yes, this is it.
It is. We were in the process of selling our house, and I told my husband how badly I wanted this machine, and he said, look, if we sell our house, you can get this. So that's what kind of spurred that. We sold the house.
And the rest is history.
And it is. Yeah.
So, Shannon, what do you love most about Cochrane?
The small town feel of it. So we had lived in ranch lands the first year almost 2 years that we were here. And on the weekends we would take drives, and we always ended up out here in Cochrane because the town I grew up in at the time was about 4,500 people, and we knew that if we wanted to have a family and be in a small town environment. So even though Cochrane has grown tremendously, when we moved here in 96, there was under 7,000 people here.
Oh, and what are we now, 32, 34?
30, yeah, up in there. Wow. So we've seen a lot of growth.
And what do you think we need to improve upon most here in Cochrane?
Oh, infrastructure, our roads, like just the access, the backup that happens on 1A and 22 is insane, and that's in the works. It's just been a long time coming. So
right, and right. It's a
process.
Right? It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And what most do you love about Cochrane?
The fact that even though we've grown so much, there still is that sense of community that someone, when someone's in need, that people step up and help, that people are celebrated and they're recognized.
Right.
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful spot. Like, we're 45 minutes from Canmore, Bragg Creek. Like, it's just, to me, it's so central. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is just a perfect location. I think that's just
I do too.
Right?
Yeah.
And so where do you live here in Cochrane?
We live in Glenbow. So we bought our first house in Glenbow, and then we just moved the street over. So we really like Glenbow. It's an older neighborhood. Our house is built in 79. Our house backs on the path in the green space. So we have one of the biggest backyards, and we just love it. So, yeah.
And so central, right? Like, if you want to get anywhere.
I am 4 minutes, and I'm on the right side of the tracks in the terms of I don't have to cross the tracks to go to work, because we do have a lot of trains. So, yes.
Actually, I Googled it the other day, and we do have 20 trains a day.
Yes. And
Sounds like
they always come at the worst times.
right?
Yeah.
Right at 4:30.
Yeah.
So Shannon, did you want to tell us anything else, or did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Sorry, that noise you hear in the background is my dog Cooper. Hang on one second. Just come in and see us. Sorry. I have a shop dog and his name is Cooper. Cooper's going to be 11 in July, and he has been coming to the shop with me since he was a puppy. So I don't.
We'll take it. Can we take a
Yeah.
peek at
Cooper.
There we
There
go.
we go.
He made the video.
Yeah, and Cooper's camera shy, so the minute a camera comes out and it's pointed at his face, he turns. So, yeah. No, I've been in this location. It'll be 5 years in September. So I went from my basement, I went into a storefront, Edge Sports for a while, and then I moved inside of Pro H2O and I subleased a space there, and it was about 500 square feet. So this spot is 1,400 square feet, so we love it. We have the most amazing landlords.
Right.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of growth since COVID. Of course, COVID changed the landscape of every business. Either you made it or you didn't, and we did a lot of changes. So we are seeing a lot of growth, and we're very excited. And you know, we receive a lot of support here in Cochrane, so we're really happy.
And I think that you just touched on the key word, the support, right?
The support, yeah. People want to support local, and it used to just kind of be a catchphrase, but I'm finding they're really starting to put their money where their mouth is, and they really are looking to support businesses like mine and other businesses in town. And you know, if I can't help someone, my goal when someone comes in my shop, if I can't help them, I point them out to someone else that can help them here in town. Yeah,
Right. Because we're all together. We're
absolutely.
You know.
And you know, people do the same for me. They'll walk in and say, "Oh, so and so sent me over here," and yeah, I do the same. So it's really, it makes you feel good that you can support others and they support you.
Right. Totally. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. And that's a wrap.
Thank you. Bye. See, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.